Hello, what's up and what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to go down memory lane real quick. We've done a lot of things in NCAA 06, and I just want to look back at all the trophies we won in all of our dynasties. Man, we went all the way up to 2019. That's right, all the way up to 2019. Got a bunch of national championships, as you can see. We're going to start all the way at the beginning, though, in NCAA 06, man. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I hope you really are. I hope you are, man. So we got to start things out in the Outback Bowl. I believe we won this with Prime U to kick things off. Yes, Prime U. We beat Purdue January 1st, 2006. We beat the Boilermakers 45-36, man. I believe this was the first time that I made it to a bowl game. Well, obviously, made it to the bowl game like this early in a dynasty. And then I think this is one of the first dynasties where it took us a while to like really get up there as far as rankings go. Like season, I want to say season 2, we missed the bowl game. Season 3, we got to the SEC championship game and lost it. And then we lost another SEC title game to Auburn. And then, of course, we won this last one versus Mississippi State. But, yeah, man, first ever bowl game with Prime U. And we got that W. And then moving on to the Offensive Lineman Award. This is the only time that I've ever won the Offensive Lineman Award in any of my dynasties, whether it's ATU, SAU, Prime U. And it was because I was still working on a slider set. So the difficulty might not have been that hard at the time. So I guess we're getting a whole lot of pancakes because the running game wasn't that solid. SAU was a struggle, like all of my dynasties in the beginning are a struggle. But Offensive Lineman of the Year, we got that back-to-back years. I don't think it's the same player. Yeah, 2 different guys, back-to-back years, Offensive Lineman of the Year. And this is the only time I've ever won the Offensive Lineman trophy, and it's because I was working on the slider set for like 2 seasons, as you can see. And then I think we finally got one that worked for all 3 of my dynasties. So here goes the Capital One Bowl. This was also with Prime U. Michigan State, we beat them by 2. Yeah, so again, Prime U, we had some early success with Prime U early on, but we were playing in the SEC, and a lot of times you ain't gonna get the ranking that you really want because you keep losing to the better teams in the SEC. So here goes the Chuck Bednarik Award. I hope I'm saying that right. I believe it's Bednarik, right? My boy Schneider representing SAU. I believe he won it one time. Bracy, 2008 Chuck Bednarik Award winner. Yeah, we had SAU was that linebacker U. I know Prime U got close to that title, very close to that title with Snyder, not Snyder. Skinner. That's his name, Skinner. Of course, you got Benjamin Walden. He had a little Debo. You had Thorne. Like Prime U was turning into linebacker U, but SAU I think had the best linebackers overall throughout the whole dynasty. Just check out the hardware that we won. But the best linebacker in all of my dynasties had to be Fry from ATU. That boy was a beast, man. I believe he set the record for most picks. Not by like a linebacker, but most picks in college football history, man. He was a beast. So then we go 2008 Receiver of the Year, my boy Coley from ATU. This dude put up 2,000 yards receiving in one season. He was an absolute monster. To me, he's the best player we've had in any of my dynasties. I know he didn't win the Heisman, but just skill-wise, impact-wise, player that I relied on, Aaron Coley, to me, was that dude. He's the number 1 player in my heart when it comes to my NCAA 06 dynasties, man. And then 09, we got my boy Aaron Coley again, won that thing back-to-back years. Again, the dude was a beast. So now we got the Pac-10 Championship from 2009. This is with ATU. We went 7-1 in conference. And then we got another Chuck from my boy Fry. My boy Fry winning that Chuck Bednarik Award. And then when we come down here, we got the Linebacker of the Year. That's going to be Schneider from 09 with SAU. And then up top, we got Thorne from Prime U. Oh, my linebackers, baby. Then my boy Thorne won the Chuck Bednarik, man. I love getting that trophy, okay? Me and my linebackers be eating, as you can see. Then we got the SEC Championship finally with Prime U. This was recently because this like happened the other day, kind of. You know what I mean? But we went 9-0 in conference and, of course, won that championship game. And then the frustration with SAU. We went to the Emerald Bowl I don't know how many times, and we were ranked in the top 10 almost every single time that we went to this bowl game. I'm not mad because it's in San Francisco. I'm right, across the bay in Oakland. That's where I grew up. But it sucked because we would be like a top team, and we might lose 1 or 2 games, and they would be like to Notre Dame or Florida State because SAU was a independent school, so the schedule was always crazy. Like, our schedule was always crazy with SAU, but we went to the Emerald Bowl like I think 3 or 4 years in a row. It was just frustrating. It was very frustrating, but we beat UNLV 56-17, and then tight end of the year, my boy Chad Johnson. Now he came in as a receiver, and we moved him to tight end. One of the best decisions I ever made, because that made him a 99 overall tight end, and the dude was an animal. He was a beast, man. He was a beast, man. SAU will always be in my heart because that was the first dynasty that like we just had a ball with. We did what, 13 seasons, 12 seasons. We were just beasting with that team. Capital One Bowl with Prime U. We beat Michigan 34-22. Yeah, we did work. So maybe wait, SEC championship, and then we played. See, I think the year got messed up. Because this is played in 2010. And of course, the bowl games, a lot of times, Capital One Bowl is January 1st, 2010. Let me check the date. Is there a date? There's no date. All right, anyways, I'm sorry. The Thorpe Award, going to my boy Hadley. That just happened. I believe we have a couple of other Thorpe Award winners on here, so bear with me. Then, of course, we got that Orange Bowl with ATU, January 2nd, 2010. We beat NC State 24-21. One of my favorite trophies in college football. You get all those oranges in that thing. It's elegant. Then, of course, my boy Adam Turner, a.k.a. Adam Turnover No More, won the quarterback of the year for 2010. So now we have the Maxwell Award winners, also Adam Turner. We also got the Holiday Bowl. This is ATU taking on Texas. We got that W, 42-28. Then we got that National Championship with Prime U. That just happened. So again, it says the 2010 season. But then again, you also saw that we won the Capital One Bowl or whatever it was. So yeah, the dates get mixed up just a tad bit, but it's not a big deal. Dope Walker Award to my boy Chris Cooper. Say it with me, Chris Cooper, the Duke Walker Award winner. Chris freaking Cooper. SAU had the best running backs. I don't think that's even a question. Chris Cooper, you had David Carter. There was a bunch of running backs we had, but those are the two that come to mind quickly. David Carter was like our first standout. Chris Cooper, though, might have been the best overall. He was the guy that I fed the most. I don't know if he was the best overall running back just when it came to me controlling him with the controller. I think that there were some other guys that were more explosive, some guys that maybe were faster, broke more tackles, but Chris Cooper was that dude, man. He was that dude, and of course, he is the only Heisman Trophy winner that we have on the squad. We can get to that in a second. Maxwell Award winner also went to Chris Cooper. Say it with your chest, or just say it with a high voice. We beat Missouri in the Sugar Bowl, 61-10. They kept on giving us these weak bowl opponents, man. That was the only thing that I disliked about doing an independent conference dynasty, because you just never got any love. He never got any love. Even though the Sugar Bowl is a big deal. Don't get it wrong. Sugar Bowl is a big deal. But taking on Missouri in the Sugar Bowl is like, really? I didn't want to do that. And then, of course, we got the Heisman Trophy with Chris Mother Lover Cooper. Chris Cooper, man. But yeah, but ATU, we had a bunch of freaking running backs. I love me some ATU. Prime U, of course, in the Fiesta Bowl. This was the national championship game that we got the trophy for the 2010 season that we just saw, but we beat them 38-3 in the Fiesta Bowl, and again, that was the national championship game. Moving on, another Chucky for my boy Bonner from SAU, linebacker U. We also got that Pac-10 Championship this year in ATU. And then the Thorpe Award for my boy Foster from SAU. And then Davis from ATU. Oh my goodness. Dope Walker for my boy Ross from ATU. Linebacker year for Bonner. This is when the dynasty really picked up. And I believe this is going to be Chad again. Yeah, Chad Johnson, another tight end of the year, back to back. And then another Emerald Bowl. You see it. 63-14 versus San Diego State. We had no business playing in this bowl game and playing that opponent, bruh. Oh my goodness. Doak Walker went to my boy Hargrove. There's another one. Hargrove, SAU. Oh my goodness, bro. Hargrove was that dude. ATU, National Championship. It took us a minute with ATU, but we got it done. We went 12-1. Got that trophy. We did work in the Sugar Bowl. We beat Virginia Tech. I believe this was the National Championship game. It was in the Sugar Bowl. 35-31, I believe. I could be a little bit wrong, but I believe that's what it was. And Foster for SAU got the Bednarik Award. Insight Bowl. Again, SAU, man, we got no love. It took a while for us to get national attention, but it is what it is. Jim Thorpe Award to my boy Foster. Foster was an animal with SAU, bro. Foster was the animal. Chad Johnson won tight end of the year. Not one, not two, but 3 times, baby. 3 times in a row. And remember, we recruited him. He was like a 6'5" receiver his freshman season. I believe it was you guys that suggested hey, moving him to tight end. And we moved him to tight end, and the sky was the limit after that. Because we would still spread him out wide. I remember it. We would do that play action pass from the I formation, 3 receiver set. He would be on the outside. And especially in that Arizona State game, he balled out. That's still one of my favorite games. I think I still have the files somewhere. I know it's still up on YouTube somewhere. But that game was an instant classic. I believe that video was a doubleheader. And the Arizona State game was just, man, I believe it was Arizona State where we had to come back and Chad freaking balled out. Then we got the 2015 Sugar Bowl with SAU 63-17 versus Rutgers. And then we got the Rose Bowl with SAU. We also got the Jim Thorpe Award again, my boy Thomas from SAU. Receiver of the Year, Finner. Finner. I think Finner, outside of Chad Johnson, because we had Finner. We had Ross. We had some other solid receivers with SAU. But Finner had a big drop in the national championship game versus Ohio State. If you never saw that game, it's in the playlist for SAU. That drop just broke my heart, bruh. That drop. Because recently we had Big Ben Medlock drop some passes in the SEC championship game, especially the one versus Auburn that we lost. I believe it was the year before this one. And he was open, the ball hit him in his hands, and he just dropped it. But he was our first really good receiver at SAU. Because, of course, Chad was a tight end. This guy was really good. I mean, we had some good receivers, don't get me wrong, but he was the first guy that I tried to get some trophies with. That I was like, this guy can win the Bednarik Award, which he did, Receiver of the Year. And he was the first guy that I was like, okay, this guy could be a difference maker at the receiver spot. Because, again, SAU, it was running quarterbacks, and it was grounding and pounding with SAU. Like, there were times when we had like 4 running backs that could start probably anywhere in the country, all on our team. So it was crazy. And then, of course, we won back-to-back national championships with SAU. You know it. And then, of course, we had another Emerald Bowl of Bender taking on San Diego State and beating the brakes off of them, 52-20. Like, how you have us in the national championship, lose one game, and have us in the Emerald Bowl? Like, it didn't make no gosh darn sense, bro. Then, of course, another national championship, we went undefeated, 13-0. Then we got that other one, we went 13-0. And then, of course, that was in the Fiesta Bowl where we beat Ohio State 35-30. 35-30. A little bit of revenge because I believe we lost the national championship to Ohio State. I believe it was in the Sugar Bowl. Because I believe it was in the Superdome, I want to say. I know he dropped the pass in the Dome. And it was either the Superdome or the Georgia Dome. And I don't think the Georgia Dome has a big college football bowl game, like a BCS bowl game, back when the BCS was around. I don't think. So I could be wrong, but I know it was in the freaking Dome. And he dropped that pass, and I dropped my controller and had to leave the room for a second. But yeah, man, that's going to do it, man. This has been our time with NCAA 06, man. Going down the trophy list. It kind of sucks that we only got one national championship winner. And, of course, that was our boy Chris Cooper. I was never really focused on getting the Heisman. A lot of times we would get it because we were the best team in the country. And we had somebody who was balling out, obviously, but that was never really my focus. I always wanted to just build a dynasty, get top players to come to the program, develop them, try to get as many national championships and big bowl games as we could, man. But my boy Chris Cooper, Hargrove. There were some other ones too, but their names are escaping me. But we had a guy who was wearing number 8 I forget his name, and I changed his number to number 1, and he could fly. He had speed. I forget his name. Y'all probably remember his name. Y'all know my dynasties a little bit better than I know them. But yeah, that's gonna do it, you guys. This is our time with NCAA 06, man. It's been a fun ride. Anyways, man, that's gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And until we meet again, my friends, peace, love, hot sauce.
Check it, every day we're getting it. Hey, check it, put the place up. Yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo. I'm a chaser, face up.